Chosen one, listen closely right now. God is exposing them, and the truth will shock everyone. Do not move too quickly past this message. Do not treat these words like something ordinary. This is not just another warning. This is not just another emotional message. This is a divine interruption, because something hidden has been moving behind your back, and heaven is no longer allowing it to remain covered. You have been feeling it for a while. You may not have had all the proof. You may not have known every name, every conversation, every secret move, every hidden agreement, or every quiet betrayal. But your spirit knew something was not right. You felt the shift. You felt the distance. You felt the strange silence. You felt the way people looked at you differently, spoke to you differently, or pulled away without giving a real explanation. And for a long time, you wondered if maybe you were imagining it. But you were not imagining it. God was allowing your spirit to sense what your eyes had not yet seen. My child, what they did in secret was never hidden from God. The conversations they thought were private were heard. The plans they made in darkness were seen. The lies they whispered were recorded. The way they twisted your words, questioned your character, and tried to make others see you through a false story did not escape heaven's attention. They may have convinced some people for a season, but they never convinced God. And now the truth is coming out. This is why the atmosphere around you has felt heavy. This is why certain relationships have felt strange. This is why your heart has been restless, even when you tried to ignore it. This is why you could not fully relax around certain people anymore. Something in you knew their words and their spirit were not matching. Something in you knew there was a hidden agenda beneath the smile. Something in you knew that the kindness on the surface was covering something else underneath. God is exposing them, not because you begged for revenge, but because truth has a time. And when that time arrives, no lie can keep standing. No mask can stay in place. No hidden enemy can keep pretending. No false story can continue without being challenged. What was covered is being uncovered. What was whispered is being brought into the light. What was done behind closed doors is about to become impossible to deny. Listen closely. God allowed the delay for a reason. You asked why it took so long. You asked why they seemed to get away with it. You asked why people believed them. You asked why you had to carry the pain of being misunderstood. You asked why your name had to suffer while they looked innocent. But God was not absent. God was gathering evidence. God was watching patterns. God was allowing their own actions to reveal what their words were trying to hide. Sometimes God does not expose people immediately because He allows them time to reveal themselves fully. If He exposed them too early, they would deny it. They would cry innocent. They would shift blame. They would make it seem like you were the problem. But now they have gone far enough. They have spoken enough. They have moved enough. They have left enough signs behind, and what they thought was hidden is now beginning to point back to them. My child, you do not need to panic. You do not need to chase the truth. You do not need to fight everybody. You do not need to scream your innocence in every room. God knows how to defend His children. God knows how to bring the right thing to the right person at the right time. God knows how to let one message, one witness, one document, one mistake, one conversation, one sudden revelation change the entire story. They thought your silence meant weakness. They thought your patience meant fear. They thought your kindness meant ignorance. They thought because you did not fight dirty, you could not fight at all. But what they did not understand is that you were not alone. Your silence was not empty. Your patience was not wasted. Your tears were not ignored. Heaven was watching over the whole matter. Right. God is revealing the truth if you believe He is bringing hidden things into the light. My child, they tried to control the narrative. They tried to make people see you through their version of the story. They wanted others to think you were difficult, unstable, jealous, ungrateful, dishonest, or wrong. They used small pieces of truth and wrapped them in lies. They left out what they did. They exaggerated what you said. They created confusion around your character because they could not destroy the calling on your life. But God saw the whole picture. He saw what happened before you reacted. He saw what they said before you responded. He saw the pressure they placed on you. He saw the disrespect they gave you quietly. He saw the manipulation. He saw the secret jealousy. He saw the envy hidden behind advice. He saw the smile hiding resentment. He saw the false concern hiding control. And He also saw you. He saw how deeply it hurt you. He saw the nights you replayed conversations in your mind, asking yourself if you did something wrong. He saw when you blamed yourself for things that were not your fault. He saw when you tried to fix what they were secretly committed to breaking. He saw when you prayed for peace while they were creating conflict. He saw when you wanted to speak, but something inside you told you to wait. That waiting was not weakness. That waiting was wisdom. God was protecting you from reacting in a way they could use against you. God was teaching you to stand still while He worked. God was showing you who was truly for you and who only stayed close as long as they could benefit from your kindness. God was revealing the difference between genuine love and convenient loyalty. Now the truth is beginning to rise. Someone is going to see what they refused to see before. Someone is going to hear something that makes the pieces connect. Someone is going to remember a detail they overlooked. Someone is going to realize that the story they were told does not match the fruit they have seen in your life. Someone is going to notice that the person accusing you has a pattern, and when that pattern becomes visible, their words will begin to lose power. This is how God exposes. He does not always do it through a dramatic scene. Sometimes He exposes through timing, sometimes through consistency, sometimes through contradiction, sometimes through the way a person cannot keep their lies straight, sometimes through the fruit of a heart, sometimes through a door they thought they controlled, suddenly opening for you, sometimes through the very people they tried to turn against you. You do not need to force exposure. Forced exposure can turn into bitterness. Let God do it. Let truth breathe. Let time speak. Let consistency testify. Let peace remain your weapon. Let your character stand where their accusations fall apart. My child, this is not the season to become like them. Do not let their betrayal make you cruel. Do not let their lies make you dishonest. Do not let their manipulation make you manipulative. Do not let their gossip pull you into gossip. Do not let their darkness enter your heart. God is exposing them, but He is also refining you. He wants your hands clean when the truth comes out. He wants your heart steady when the tables turn. He wants your spirit free when the hidden things are revealed. Because the goal is not revenge. The goal is justice, freedom, clarity, and restoration. The goal is for your name to be released from a lie, The goal is for your heart to be free from the burden of proving yourself to people who were never willing to see clearly. Listen closely, chosen one. The shock will not only be that they were exposed, the shock will be who was involved. The shock will be how long it had been going on. The shock will be how carefully they tried to hide it. The shock will be how much God protected you from while you did not even know the full story. When the truth comes out, you will understand why certain doors closed. You will understand why God made you uncomfortable around certain people. You will understand why your spirit kept warning you even when your mind tried to explain it away. Some people were smiling in your face while secretly competing with you. Some people were offering advice while hoping you would make the wrong decision. Some people were close enough to study your weaknesses, not to help you heal, but to know where to attack you. Some people were repeating your pain to others while pretending to pray for you. Some people wanted access to your life, but not alignment with your purpose. And God is saying, enough. The season of hidden attacks is ending. The season of secret confusion is ending. The season of being blamed for what you did not do is ending. The season of carrying shame that was never yours is ending. The season of wondering why you were treated differently is ending. God is pulling back the curtain, and the truth will shock everyone. But my child, when it happens, remain humble. Do not celebrate their downfall. Do not let pride enter your heart. Do not say, "I told you so," with arrogance. Let your life speak. Let your peace speak. Let your silence speak. Let your healing speak. You do not have to mock people when truth exposes them. You only have to keep walking with God. This exposure is not just about them. It is about your freedom. It is about your mind no longer being tormented by questions. It is about your heart no longer being trapped in confusion. It is about your spirit being released from the pressure of false accusation. It is about you finally understanding that you were not crazy. You were discerning. You were not paranoid. You were sensing. You were not weak. You were being protected. God is vindicating you in a way that will not require you to destroy your character. He is bringing truth without requiring you to become bitter. He is bringing justice without requiring you to lose your peace. He is bringing clarity without requiring you to fight in the same low place where they tried to drag you. Say now, "God, keep my heart clean while the truth comes out." My child, your heart matters in this process. The enemy wants exposure to become an excuse for hatred. He wants justice to become pride. He wants truth to turn into revenge. But God wants truth to lead to freedom. He wants you to walk away lighter, wiser, stronger, and more discerning. He wants you to learn without becoming hard. He wants you to forgive without pretending the wrong was right. He wants you to heal without returning to unsafe places. Forgiveness does not mean you deny what happened. Forgiveness does not mean you give the same access to people who used it to harm you. Forgiveness does not mean you ignore patterns. Forgiveness means you release the poison from your own heart and place the matter in God's hands. You can forgive and still set boundaries. You can forgive and still walk away. You can forgive and still tell the truth. You can forgive and still let consequences unfold. They may not be ready to confess. They may try to deny it. They may try to make themselves look like the victim. They may accuse louder when they feel exposed. Do not be moved by that. When light enters a dark room, what was hiding often panics. Stay steady. Stay prayerful. Stay wise. Do not be pulled into emotional chaos. Do not answer every insult. Do not defend yourself in every conversation. The truth does not need panic to be powerful. God is arranging the moment when the right people will see clearly. The ones who need to know will know. The ones assigned to your next season will not be able to be fooled by the old lies. The doors God opens for you will not be blocked by the voices that tried to bury you. The favor on your life does not depend on their approval. The calling on your life does not require their permission. The blessing coming to you will not ask your enemies if it is allowed to arrive. This is why the enemy worked so hard to damage your name. He knew favor was coming. He knew doors were opening. He knew restoration was near. He knew that if he could make people question you before they saw the blessing, he could try to poison the atmosphere around your breakthrough. But God is greater than that. God can bless you in front of people who doubted you. God can restore your name in places where it was attacked. God can bring honor where there was humiliation. My child, you have been in a season where you had to learn the difference between being liked and being protected. Sometimes God allows people to misunderstand you so they cannot follow you into the next place. Sometimes God lets certain relationships weaken so you will not carry them into a season where they would have harmed your purpose. Sometimes rejection is protection, wearing a painful disguise. Sometimes exposure is the doorway to peace. What they meant to destroy you will become part of your testimony. What they said against you will become the backdrop for God's defense. What they tried to hide will become the evidence of why God separated you. What they used to shame you will become proof that God was preserving you. Do not be afraid of the truth. The truth may shake things at first, but it will set you free. It may reveal things you did not want to know, but it will also explain things you could not understand. It may remove people you wanted to keep, but it will also protect the peace God is giving back to you. It may hurt for a moment, but hidden poison hurts longer. Let God reveal what needs to be revealed. There is someone who underestimated the God who covers you. They thought because you cried, you were weak. They thought because you forgave, you forgot. They thought because you stayed quiet, heaven was quiet too. But heaven was not quiet. Heaven was watching. Heaven was recording. Heaven was waiting for the appointed time, and now that time is approaching. The truth will not only shock everyone else, it will shock you too. You will see how much God protected you from. You will see how many traps did not work. You will see why certain plans failed. You will see why certain people were removed. You will see why God did not allow you to settle in places where your spirit felt uneasy. You will see that the discomfort was guidance. You will see that the delay was protection. You will see that the closed door was mercy. My child, this is your instruction. Remain calm. Do not chase revenge. Do not broadcast every detail before the right time. Do not let anger make your decisions. Keep your evidence, if there is evidence. Keep your peace. Keep your prayer life strong. Ask God for wisdom. Move with maturity. Speak only what is true. Do not add exaggeration to truth, because truth does not need decoration. It stands by itself. If this involves a serious legal, safety, financial, or personal matter, seek wise counsel and take the proper steps. God's justice does not require you to be careless. Wisdom is not fear. Documentation is not bitterness. Boundaries are not hatred. Safety is not weakness. Let God lead you through both spiritual discernment and practical wisdom. But above all, do not let this situation steal your soul. Do not become obsessed with watching them fall. Do not spend your whole day checking, wondering, stalking, comparing, or waiting for bad news about them. Your life is bigger than their exposure. Your future is bigger than their betrayal. Your purpose is bigger than their lie. God is not only exposing them, He is also freeing you to move forward. The truth will shock everyone because it will reveal how wrong the story was. It will reveal how much you endured silently. It will reveal that you were not the person they painted you to be. It will reveal that your tears were not weakness. It will reveal that your patience was strength. It will reveal that God had been with you the entire time. Right, truth is coming to light if you believe God is exposing what was hidden. Chosen one, you are about to breathe differently. You are about to sleep differently. You are about to walk differently. The weight of confusion is lifting. The pressure of false accusation is breaking. The need to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you is leaving. The fear that your name would never be cleared is losing power. God is stepping into the story. They tried to make you look guilty, but guilt will return to the place where it belongs. They tried to make you look unstable, but the instability of their own story will be revealed. They tried to make you look small, but God is raising you with quiet strength. They tried to turn people away from you, but God is sending the right people toward you. They tried to close doors, but God is opening doors they cannot touch. Your next season will require discernment. Do not give old access to people God exposed. Do not ignore red flags because you miss familiarity. Do not confuse apology with transformation. Do not confuse tears with repentance. Watch fruit. Watch consistency. Watch humility. Watch whether they take responsibility or only regret being caught. God is teaching you wisdom, not paranoia. He is teaching you love with discernment. You are not called to live suspicious of everyone. You are called to walk close enough to God that your spirit recognizes what is not clean. You are called to love people without handing your destiny to them. You are called to forgive without losing wisdom. You are called to remain soft in God's hands, but strong against manipulation. Now lift your heart. God is defending you. God is restoring you. God is healing you. God is exposing what was hidden. God is bringing clarity where confusion ruled. God is breaking the power of false narratives. God is setting your feet on steady ground again. And when the truth comes out, remember this moment. Remember that God told you not to panic. Remember that God told you He saw everything. Remember that God told you your silence was not wasted. Remember that God told you He was gathering what was needed. Remember that God told you the lie would not stand forever. My child, justice does not always come when you want it, but it comes when God appoints it. Truth does not always rise loudly at first, but when God lifts it, it cannot be pushed back down. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not defenseless. You are covered. God is exposing them, and the truth will shock everyone. But your peace will be the greatest evidence that God has already been working in you. Your healing will be your witness. Your stability will be your answer. Your future will be your vindication. Stay calm, stay clean, stay close to God. The truth is coming to light.